Hey, Adam from Cemetery Trailers here again, and today I've got my daughter here helping me out with my YouTube video.
I'm Kimmy.
She's coming to help out, and actually her and her sister are part of the reason that I'm shooting this video today, so I wanted her to be able to be here with me as we make it. So anyway, so yeah, I promised last week that we talked about the newest trailer build and kind of show that off, what we did differently and some new things. But what I'm excited about mostly is the reason we put that trailer together and what that's going to look like for the next year for us for Cemetery Trailers. So I wanted to use this video to be able to talk about that. So I want to rewind just about 6, 7, 8 years ago, when I started teaching, and I was teaching welding in metals. And one of the things that really bothered me about those classes that I was teaching was in the elective classes, we would get probably 18 to 20 students. And out of those 18, 20 students, it would be about 2 or 3 females. And sometimes even less than that. And sometimes when we started the class, because those classes were, considered kind of guy classes, and they were very male dominated, sometimes those females wouldn't even stick around. They'd be there for a week and then they'd check out that class and move to another one, just because there were so many guys in them, and I hated that fact. And so throughout the years, as I was teaching, we created new classes. We changed up older classes and came up with new ideas for them, specifically around the idea that we wanted more female involvement in those. And I felt like it was very successful. Some of the best products I had that came out of those classes were built by females, and creative, fun, enjoyable to have in class. And by the time we finished up, a lot of our classes were about a 50-50 split between male and females. So that was something I was very happy with, very proud of. And as I started to create my company a couple years ago, that was something that I also wanted to bring into my company, something that I wanted, that was important to me, that I was very passionate about, especially for my own daughters. The fact that I wanted them to not look at something as, oh, that's a guy thing. And not that camping has been that, but we see it skewed that way just a little bit. And so I wanted them to have that opportunity too. And so with my company, I wanted to use it as kind of a platform to be able to create involvement for females within overlanding, within the camping community. And so this past April, May timeframe, I got a marketing intern for the summer. Her name is Olivia, and Olivia and I started throwing ideas back and forth about like what to do with the company. And I told her about my passion for female involvement, and I said, well, how do we do this? Especially you being a female, how do we get more involved with them and with that community? And so we kicked some ideas around, and one of those ideas that came up was, what if we gave a trailer away to a female that's really involved already, and but could use that to be able to get out even more. And so we tossed that idea around. We came up with the idea of having an application process and allowing them to fill out this application and see who would be a good fit for that. And we started to call it a brand ambassador, and kind of like an influencer, but more about the fact of getting this female, this person that we chose, out there more, just giving her that opportunity. And so as we're doing this, it was in the back of my mind. This is probably about May, beginning of June, when we really started to nail this down. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, if we don't get this out in time, she's not gonna be able to use this summer. By the time we get the trailer built and to her, she's only gonna have a week or 2 left of the camping season, and then it's gonna start to be cold weather again, depending on where she's at in the country. And so as we're working on this, I get on one of my rooftop tent groups one evening, and there's a video of a young lady and she's out by herself. She's setting up her rooftop tent on top of her 4Runner, and she does a quick time-lapse video of it, of her just setting it up. And as when she put this video out, there was a ton of comments, a ton of likes, a lot of people viewing it, and I was like, man, that's exactly the type of person we're looking for. And so I approached her and I said, hey, can I ask you some questions about females specifically in overlanding and camping? And she said, yeah, not a problem. So we discussed for a little while, and I asked her a lot of questions about specifically what would you like to see in a trailer, what specific accessories would be handy for you. And then I finally got to a point, I asked her, I said, well, here's the reason I'm asking these questions. Would you be interested in being a brand ambassador and us giving you a trailer? And she said, absolutely. And so over the next few weeks, we got to know her a little bit. We got to talking to her and found she was a very good fit for what we were looking for. And so just this past week, she came out and picked up her trailer. Her name is Macy, and she's from Connecticut. Her and her mom drove all the way out here last week to be able to get it. And we're very excited to pick it up. And we surprised her with the trailer. She had not seen it before that day. She came in and got to check it out. Didn't know exactly what I was putting on it for. I took a lot of her ideas and what she was looking for and integrated them into the trailer. But the overall trailer design was a complete surprise to her. They camped on the mountain here in Casper that evening, and then stayed for a couple days, and then ended up going back out to Connecticut. And just the first part of this week, they made it back. And super excited to be able to work with Macy over the next year. She's going to be our brand ambassador. She's going to be putting out a lot of information on the trailers and using it, and talking to you guys, talking to us about what works well, what doesn't work well, what she likes. And so make sure you're following our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube channel to be able to see more of her. She's going to be doing some specific videos, some walk-arounds around the trailer, and we'll be posting those on this YouTube channel. And if you'd like to follow her directly, her Instagram is so.in.tents, as in rooftop tents. And that's where she'll be posting a lot of her content, and then we'll be sharing a lot between the two of us. So really excited about this opportunity, really excited about the opportunity to work with Macy. It's been awesome already. It's only been a couple weeks, and her family's very supportive. I've got messages from her family saying how much they like the trailer, how excited they are for her, and I think it's going to be a great partnership over the next year. So thank you, Macy, for coming on out and getting the trailer, for working with us, and thank you to her family for everything, and thank you to all of our customers for everything you guys do and for the support you give. So so yeah, excited for this opportunity, excited for the next year with Macy and what we got going. So you got anything else?
No.
Okay, well, thanks guys.
Bye. Behind the scenes video.
Oh, okay. Behind the scenes with Kinley. All right.
Okay, calm.
Calm. Close your eyes. Deep breath.
I see what this is not.
I told you, you're gonna get goofy.
Okay.
Just relax. It's just like you and me talking. It's no big deal.
But this is spreading the whole world on YouTube. Okay, I'm good.
What are you doing?
They're popping my head out. That should look like I'm popping my head out.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Good? I knew you were going to laugh as soon as I pushed play. See?